Hi, this is Amy Lewis with SolidFire. I'm here with Peter. Peter, can you introduce yourself?
Absolutely. Hi, Amy. So I'm Peter Wust. I'm from NetApp. I'm responsible as Director for Cloud and Alliances in EMEA.
So we were just talking about, I should have said SolidFire, now part of NetApp. Thank you so much for the wonderful welcome. It's been amazing being at the show together now.
Yeah, that's perfect. And we really love the SolidFire team being part of NetApp right now. It's on the one hand, it's really the culture which fitting together perfectly. It's the technology, the architecture, it's the spirit, and it's really the innovation that we now can bring jointly to our joint customers.
So one of the next big events we're going to be at together is OpenStack Summit, which is coming just around the corner. And we were talking a little bit about some of the joint propositions, some of the things that we have in play there. Do you want to talk a little more about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So OpenStack, we see that as a general trend right now in the market, specifically in the bigger scale enterprise and in the service provider space. We see a move towards OpenStack, not just as a replacement to current hypervisor infrastructures, but really as a new paradigm also in the container microservices space. So this is happening, and it's really big, and we see it happening already today. We have big installations now in some of the enterprise customers, and it's a perfect fit right now because we know the integration from SolidFire technology into the OpenStack environment, and that's really helping us.
And we hear a lot about this isn't one size fits all. So there is, I know, we call it the consumption continuum. We were talking a little bit about that. How do you address that market, that there's something in this marketplace for everyone?
Yeah, that's an interesting take, Amy. So it's on the one hand, it's all about technology, right? That's where we heavily focus on, where we have our intellectual property and stuff jointly. And then at the same time, you see that pattern shifting in the market, that customers just don't want all the time to buy infrastructure as a CapEx invest. They want it as a service. They want to buy SLA, want to get a managed service. They want to use the public cloud and keep the data under control. That's where NetApp puts the data fabric in place to move the data around on the one hand. And then on the other hand, you see the backends in the service providers, and you see they need massive web scale infrastructures to drive those public cloud environments, and probably on OpenStack, right? And now the combination of those two to win service providers, have service providers like Colt, for example, like 1&1 in Germany, like Interroot. Those are big service providers, very successful in the market, and they are using SolidFire technology as the background for the storage capacities. And this is where we now can combine our forces in the market, support the customers, support the service providers to be more successful in the future.
So as an American, first time in Berlin, what do you suggest? What's the can't miss thing I need to do here?
That's difficult. So I'm also a guest in Berlin, to be honest, so we can have our tour together. But of course you have to be really in the street. You have to watch the people. It's really a thing that you can see in Berlin, you can see in London, that intercultural mix of people. I think that's really the interesting piece. So don't just go into the nice clubs and into the hotel bars and lobbies. It's really being in the street, watch the people, what they are doing. That's my personal idea. Yeah.
I love it, and I think it's a great analogy for the integration of our companies too, right? A single language, common goal.
Exactly, yeah, perfect. So thank you very much, Amy, for having me, and have fun. We are looking forward to work with you guys. Thanks.
Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time on Pop-Up Tech Talks.